We were celebrating a victory, dancing like fools, on top of the dam, holding back a natural force. We had reached the horizon of hope, but successfully, the infrastructure broke. A death wave smacked against our feet, throwing everything into the air. Pushed into the momentum, I came to a wall that could pass clearly through anything. Yet, I still felt every inch of the motion. I kicked and twirled through bubbles and shit, realizing there was no option to navigate to. After circling through a watery haze of confusion, I washed up to a street. Papers, paintbrushes, guitars, pens, littered. Everywhere. Works of art, complete and incomplete, were sprinkled like confetti. A pen was oozing with ink, so once I touched it, it flowed even more. I cleared everything in its way, and I jumped to the concrete, obsessively drawing a wave coming down to hit a city. But the ink dragged away the lines I created. I didn't know what I was drawing. I turned gently around. This time, the wind blew papers towards me. Fearing they were something else, I ducked. The gusts subsided, and I opened up my eyes, noticing that the papers had weight to them, simply floating in anticipation of the next move. I grabbed one. It read, "Vote for Proposition 1. More business equals more opportunities for all." Then I grabbed another one. It read, "Have a heart. Give to art." Then another. "Vote for Proposition EE. Economic equality." And then another. "Stop choking and changing the East Side." Pieces of time, now lost, of all full context. Tension was buried in those written words. All division, no compromise, no unity. I swam through the rest of the street, looking for a heartbeat. But all that was here was emptiness amongst concrete structures. Some were established with charm, quirks, and grace. Others were clean, straight, and soulless. There was a brush and a paint bucket by a wall that was half complete. It was a city landscape, just like the one I attempted to compose earlier, but with color, full of chill grays, musical blues, hints of yellow, red highlights, and green specks, all to create something that was once alive. The right side of the wall had a small wave, yet it was just a structure waiting to be filled in. Then, I noticed near the ground a recognizable word covered up by mud. Thus, I gently placed myself down, scrapping the hard crap off. Weird. That's what it read. I felt a need to clear more mud off the wall. And then I found another word. Keep. I guess we were once fearful of losing something. Then I heard a pulse in the air, like a string, trying to make a note. I perked up as the tone commanded me to look behind. A clear window from an abandoned gathering place. Inside, there was one guitar lying desolate on the cold ground. While walking in measured steps, the strings of the guitar were vibrating to release something unseen, something familiar began to happen. My eyes quickly closed, and a projection of time began to display in front of me. A tune sparked access to a moment locked away from shock. Stroke. My hand drawing a city on a sidewalk with an ink pen as people walked around me. Stir. The paint drying while mixing colors together for a wall as the sun beamed with joy behind me. Flick. Humming from an instrument generating out of a wooden object as smoke and cheers rejoiced in triumph. Boom! My eyes reopened. Back on the dam, my body floating through motion of a dance I had no control of. Gaining sense of my surroundings. No one else was there but a pen, a paintbrush, paper, and a guitar. The piece of paper, lying innocently on the ground, had the words "keep" and "weird" written on it, with space for one small connection to be made. With a cursive stroke on my pen, I finished the main drawing of the composition. With my paintbrush, I drew a supporting and defiant line under the structured words, and with my guitar, I strummed along. Keep it weird.